in the net. Finn Klippenstein. Parker Klippenstein goes down. And they're bashing in front. Oh, here we go. There's some high sticking. Looks to me like DuPont cracked him over the head with a stick. Lavoie grabbed a couple of sticks.
Bouver's in there.
Some still gloves are off,
ripping at their helmets.
Bouver's got him down. The crowd is going crazy.
That'll be picked up, and a shot is fired just wide. Dumas might have got a piece of that there with his shin pad. Bombers with some pressure here inside the offensive zone. We got a penalty coming up as well, too. Crawford comes in, just shot away, and now some pushing and shoving back and forth, and now some punches thrown by Zachary Ellis-Winters as he's on top of Dumas right now. There was a penalty called. I believe it was going to the Generals because the Bombers had the puck.
Skates turning, firing left, and in the skates there once again as the puck was bouncing in the blue paint, and we got pushing and shoving Bernardo, and he's had enough. Bernardo mixing it up with his man, and they're both going down. And that's one that would have turned into a fight for sure. The much larger Grayson Erickson mixed up with Bernardo. We were trying to work these technical issues with the broadcast computer. Whole bunch of bodies in the corner, and you see 5, 6, and now they're throwing punches. We got a borderline line brawl going on here. And Eddie is throwing absolute borderline haymakers there. Jacob Eddie. And that just came out of nothing. It was seemingly a benign play in the corner, a hit, and there's two players that cannot be separated right now. And Kai Walsh, there may be ejections here. Eddie better be careful. He may end up incurring a fighting major. Another hit there, and that's probably not the wisest move.
Kings get it behind the net, though. Tried to backhand it out front.
Sure where it is. That's not good.
Now we got a pushing and shoving, and the punches being thrown down the end.
Yeah.
As the Glacier Kings were trying to mess with Hill and Mooney there. We got lots of third man in stuff going on down there. Let's see if the ref needs to get his little pocketbook out.
This can't end for any team very well.
We got some helmets off. Not a pretty picture down there.
You cannot separate those two. Holy.
But the message has been sent, folks.
Got a shot away. That one up the stick of Ellis-Winters. Is Ross battling with his man in the corner. Comes out to Cook. Cook with his shot. That's going to be stopped. Now we got a penalty coming up here. And Ellis-Winters is jumped on the back of a Generals player. It was a goaltender interference penalty coming up. Not sure who the Generals player is. He is going to the penalty box for goaltender interference. And then Ellis-Winters standing up for his netminder.
Puck along the boards, pushes the people away from him. White wraps his man up, puts a headlock on him, takes his man to the ice. Oh, and
we don't want to see this.
Taking a swing or two. I didn't think he had it in him. but he's a little upset for some reason.
Yeah. Carlson, if you check your electronic scoreboard, it may box score, it may be fixed already, but I can tell you that's a true story. Got another penalty coming up as Ty Berry was crushed along the far wall, and now we got more pushing and shoving, and the Predators should be careful here. They do not want to get in trouble, and Gatesbury is throwing fists right now as he's mixed up with Arts, and they are absolutely throwing, and Arts is... They are punching. They are throwing punches. Barry's got his full helmet on. And now Arts is throwing as well. And these fans are getting an eyeful. And listen to this crowd.
Sixth goal officially to you. Now it's a bad hit on the back, and now it's way out of hand. Linesperson person got dumped. 2 Wolves on 1 Bomber. They're double teaming Ben Sullivan. Sullivan swinging with both hands, windmilling 2 Wolves at once. Nicklin went in to make it at least an even fight. They're pushing Jess into the box, getting a Wolf to the box. Meanwhile, referee's trying to kick it out of here. Verbrugge took an ugly hit.
Actually, for the Bucks this year. Kedrov in a big battle. No, there's a big hit from behind. I'm not sure who that was on, but that looked really dirty. And the Kings player is slow to get up. It's Gould.
We got a helmet off.
Kedrov's not happy with it.
Klippenstein shoots and whistled down by the official. It does look like, I was going to say the net off the moorings. I'm not sure, but still some more action. And of course now lots of time left, just over 10 minutes here in the third. And like Finn Klippenstein maybe getting the original penalty, trying to draw one of the Wolves with him. I think they're going to give it as well. And then that was Finn Klippenstein. He was, Wingfield was tripped. Parker Klippenstein did not appreciate that, gave the big cross check in. This is going to result in a lot more penalties here, but that initial trip was from in behind.
Hayden Willis gets it out. Hayden Willis from Steinbach, Manitoba. Oh, Generals, look like we got a fight here. Wow, Windsor is going to be fighting Cook, and here we go. They're trying to get their masks off. Refs are going to get in there. Both of them are going to go.
It's 5 skaters on 5. Generals will chip it in. Zaya Morrow now gets that to Gary. Gary trying to center that. There's a scramble in front. Puck comes loose. It's free. Picked up by Cook. Cook with a shot, and Penner will make the save with no mask on. And now the buzzer goes. Oh my goodness, and Penner is throwing punches here. Penner's lost his mask. He made the save. Penner's trying to grab some money. Threw punches to the back of the head of Hayden Willis. And now Erickson is all tied up with an Islanders player as well, too.
And it can be a real problem for him. Here's a chance, a rebound loose. You would swear that these two teams play in the same division. We got a fight going on, Monroe. And I'm not sure who that is. Can't tell with these jerseys in the corner. Yeah, I like that. I really like that.
5. He gets held up by Kedrov, walks out from the corner shot, and another good save by Vanderlei, and the ref's going to blow that one down.
Good
Looks
job
like
along the boards by Kurlov there just to pick up the loose puck. As
Yeah.
he seen the defenseman was kind of looking for his winger on the boards.
And Twardacleb just rips Ben's helmet off. And there's some extracurriculars going on here now. As Ben is without a helmet, he wasn't doing anything there. And Twardacleb came right up to him and ripped his mask right off. Bend is still in the corner without a helmet, and Kedrov's over there to help his guy out. And we're getting some pushy shovey now.
Yeah, there we go, Matt. We got some good pushy shovey.
For Edstrom. Edstrom looking for Wilson. They couldn't make it happen, and turning around and breaking his stick on Nyland is Wilson, and Wilson and Nyland are going to start throwing hands here. Wilson and Nyland going at it. Wilson puts the big man down, and Anthony Wilson, the tempers flare, and
Skate of the Islanders. No icing. Obak stops. And that'll be a charge. And Obak is down. And there'll be suspensions out of this probably. Obak is still down. Matthew DeGoyer trying to get to him.
Back the other way. Jose walks in, gets his shot. That'll be stopped by Vanderlee, and now we get some more pushing and shoving after the whistle. Could be a penalty coming up here, as the mask and helmet of Ericsson's been ripped off, and Westhaver has dropped his gloves here, and there's a fight. Westhaver throwing them on Ericsson. Ericsson's throwing them back as well, too. A pretty good tilt right now with both players battling back and forth. Now in a bit of a wrestling match. And their night will be over.
zone as Ben's in a foot race to beat that. He beats the icing nicely by Alex Ben. Great effort by number 21. Absolutely. Furlong pins that up, and what's going on here is Ben is just being tackled, and Wyatt Arts comes after him. Oh, Wyatt Arts just is attacking his man on the ice. That's not going to be good.
No.
And that's going to be an ejection immediately, as the player was in a vulnerable position and his helmet came off, and Wyatt Arts threw a couple punches. Obviously took exception to, it looked like it was Ben that was being kind of tackled there.
Professor, hard shot is cranked across the crease, and I don't know if that one was tipped. It looked like it slowed down on its way to the net. Salmons tries to backhand it along the goal, and Campbell getting shots from up above as the referee brings them down, and Dumas gets on top, and I believe that's Jacob Bernardo down there, and now things are flying. Darian Fesser comes out of his net. He's reached his boiling point, and his helmet's come off as he went in aid of his teammate, and now Bernardo's getting words from Tanner Trustwell, who's seen enough. Everybody's breathing heavy out there.
Break free. Trustwell in deep for the Buccaneers. They're putting lots of pressure on the Storm. 3 in deep for the Bucs, and a big hit. We got a Buccaneer down. That looks like it's the AP, and now we got some nasty stuff. Is Dumas goes after Isel Paulo, so there was no initial call. Oh. That was right on the numbers. That was a cross check right at the name bar. 20.
Behind the Panther goal is the AP Karcher, brings it around to the left wing wall into the feet of Sneak as he's running to the boards by Ben Sullivan. Puck stolen away from his feet by Trotter. Oh, we got some pushing and shoving as Sneak and Sullivan are throwing hands in the corner. Everyone got cages on, so not a lot going on, but Sneak getting in on it. We got some good old wrestling happening in the corner as they're just standing up and kind of hugging. Little rat punch there from Sneak is. I'm gonna tell you, this isn't the prettiest fight you'll see.
I'm not sure I'd call it a fight, but
Notes there, it's Connor Cooper, number 20, first time I've seen him tonight. Windsor throws it in front. Oh, Ben can't get a handle on it. And there's going to be a fight here, as it looks like Kerr just attacked Pecor. I'm not sure what that was about. We'll have to see what happens there. But both of those guys will be gone.
Up. Cacciarelli. Back for Kyler. Kyler put it right in front and getting knocked down in front and getting a second shot is Lavoie. Roworth gets up and starts throwing hands. Him and Lavoie are going to start throwing. Helmets off for Lavoie. Helmets off for Roworth. Hands are getting thrown. These players will probably exit the game here. Lavoie, 2 rights, a 3rd right on Roworth, a 4th right on the back of his head.
Just slips it up ahead, taken by Vine Sullivan. Vine Sullivan falls. Loose puck, Wolves pick it up. They're going to try their breakout. And in the air.
Yeah, going to be a penalty
coming up. Oh, look at this down here in the corner. The linesmen move in. And they're separating the 2 players. I can't see who they are.
Well, gosh. Looks like Vine Sullivan.
Paul Jenkins, you got that right. You are unofficially leading the. Oh, we got some pushing and shoving and borderline throwing of hands. And speaking of which, it's Graves mixed up here with Collins. Graves and Collins, and they're going to start throwing hands here. They are going. These fights with helmets, you just can't do it. It just doesn't work in any way, shape, or form. How much of a fight.
Well, there's a fight there, is right off the draw. Nolan Wyatt went after Mason Cabot. Then he goes after Zach Ellis Winters, and he's been escorted to the dressing room.
Period. Puck goes into the corner. Storm player down. And Storm player still down, and they're fighting over top of them. They got to be careful. Storm player still down.
Ashcroft fires that one off the half boards and it's turned over in the neutral zone. Shot on by Easton from center, and Estabrook is going to run his man, and we'll see what happens here as Ashcroft takes exception to that, and the Kings are going to gather. It looked like actually the referee had his arm up maybe for a delayed penalty to begin with. It might be a charging call, and we'll see how this develops as Ashcroft is now having to deal with Dumont. And it's going to be Ashcroft and Dumont. I don't know if we're going to get a fighting major here or not. Probably would assume so.
Cougars here, draw a win, tried to push it back. Smith looking to make some kind of impact on this night. Oh no. Oh no, and all players are coming over now. Oh no. All players coming over now. Bit of a delayed hit there.
Yep. Well, to be honest,
Wolfrey once again trying to pull Krab's helmet off, throwing punches with his gloves on. Not sure what Henschel's doing. 3rd or 4th time he's been in one of these this afternoon. Throws another punch. Throwing punches with his gloves on. Now back of head.
You
now
gotta take
front
the
of
gloves
head.
off.
Throwing more punches. They're throwing more punches now. Now Henschel's cage is off. More punches being thrown. Wolfrey's been separated. Crab and Henschel will now separate. And that should spell the end of this one.
20 seconds left to go. We've had 3 goals in this game. Now we got some pushing and shoving under the whistle. I think it's Taine. Is that Nakatsu? I haven't called Nakatsu's name all night. They're in almost a fight, and we'll get the camera right on them, the 2 of them. And that's Samard and Nakatsu, who are full-on fighting. And that's going to be a game misconduct, I suspect. Tied. Speaking of which, speed left side, watch out. Here comes Wolfrey in tight, and Wolfrey on the goaltender, and the fans going nuts, and they're all going at Wolfrey. That's Wolfrey at the bottom of that dog pile, and Wolfrey throws down Vanderlei. Holy smokes, what's going on here? Now Brandt's coming out of the box. If he puts one foot onto the ice, that could be a suspension for Brandt. He's got 1 foot out of the penalty box, and he could get in serious trouble. Used to be known as the South Island Royals, that organization, Major Midget I'm talking about. Giveaway in front! Point blank save made there by Vanderlei. And now we got some serious punching going on behind the net. There's a player at the bottom of that, and it was a Dizzy who was absolutely just feeding him. Now a helmet goes flying off. That's Phillips' helmet. And they throw whichever Predator that is, and Phillips is down there. Great camera work by my esteemed cameraman tonight, Maxime Simard.
That allows Burnett to the face-off win as the loose puck is in behind the net. There's a glove that's gone flying there. See which player is it that's lost their glove. It was Burnett who went back and got it, and he goes in and makes the hit, and we're going to get them tied up here. We're going to have fisticuffs throwing. Burnett is not happy. His helmet is off. The linesmen get in there really quickly as they are still throwing punches. Burnett was not happy as he went to retrieve that glove.
The referee now having a chat with Wyatt Arts and Dumas here on the near side. Looks like they're still having a chat as Wyatt Arts and Dumas now going after it, and here we go. This is what the referee was trying to avoid, and there's going to be a fight as Dumas just punched the linesman right in the side of the head. And Wyatt Arts now throwing a couple of good straights there, and that was a good scrap here at center ice. So
now West Shore, 2 players collide. And it looks like the Storm will be going to the box. .126 left to go, and Obach and his man are going. And we got Curry going at it. We got a couple of melees going on. Reed is upset.
Corner right now picked up by Ashcroft. Ashcroft sends that one around the boards. Trying to keep it in. Oh, we're going to see a fight here, and it's Nolan Wyatt, and Wyatt slams Tanner Burke right down to the ice. Getting a couple shots in there. Wyatt had his helmet ripped off.
Edstrom looking to flick it out, and Harris plays that one on the high stick with 5 seconds remaining, and a late hit and 2 shots. As the bodies start going into each other here, we're getting a bit of a tussle and a rumble. Scott's helmet's getting pulled off. Fists are flying. Philly's got a man. Johnson has a man. Truswell is throwing punches. Fryer gets in there. Phillips, and I don't know who he's got down there, but
There's Proita.
Truswell still trying to fire shots at Scott. Scott gets one back. Some guys are going. Fryer. Jeff's getting Jeff and Sather. They're starting to throw. Jeff Johnson. He's throwing them. Keep going, Jeff. This is an absolute Donnybrook, folks. Johnson, he's got the jersey up now, and the refs are going to separate it. I gotta say, the refs have been doing some questionable things today, but letting that happen, that's okay. I like that from the refs.
Parks, Reed, far side, scores. Nice set up, Celine. Him and Reed all in on it.
and it's a power play goal to open the scoring. So here's that previous play. Jessen's the big guy in the middle of the pile here. He's being held down in the back end. He takes a swipe. The right hand of Goods gave him a punch, so he gave him a punch back. And now we got punches between the benches. Pim's getting his gloves off. He's trying to fight with Dickerson, who's being impeded by the linesman. And now at the bench, Jessen getting shoved back by, wow, now Reed's in on him with Jessen. Jessen's dropping the mitts. Trying to get the helmet off of Reed, throwing hard punches. Reed still has his gloves on, and this got really ugly in a big-time hurry. Jessen's trying to get the helmet off. The linesperson will step in with the help from the other linesman. What precipitated all that? Wide of the goal. All the way back to the blue line. Oh, we got a little bit of a towel. We're going to have a tilt over here, are we? Calvin Collins. More of a wrestling match than a break on us.
I think what it was is Sather was coming in the offensive zone. Oh no, Swan ran a guy from behind. That's going to draw a penalty. And now, yeah, we're going to see some back and forth going as now Atwood goes after Swan. He grabs the face mask. Now Swan and Atwood are going to go at it. Swan without his helmet is just being railed on by Atwood. Here we go. We got a fight. Atwood letting him go. Swan's trying to duck and cover because Atwood's got the helmet on, and they're just letting him lay off. And there we go. Finally, the linesmen break it up. As you think when one player doesn't have a helmet, you say, okay, let's protect the safety of the players. A vital piece for this Panther offense is laboring on the bench. The Storm try to break out of their own zone, pass up the middle of the ice, deflected by Malcolm Fletcher as he nearly sprung himself on a breakaway. And I think they're calling a offsetting roughing minors here in the corner as Ty Berry going at it with Brady Estabrook, and Estabrook says, well, if I'm done for the night, I want my money's worth, and starts going back at Berry. And now coming in is Ty Easton as we got some, oh, Easton's throwing rights. Easton's going after a man as there's a fight a brewing. Who's Easton tied up with? I can't see. It's all the way down in the left corner. I could just see Easton start to pump some rights. Let's see. All right.
But lost it. Here's Campbell with it. Campbell fake shoots. Elzinga stopped it. Went to the corner. Couldn't control the rebound. They pile in the corner. Oh, look at this. All kind of cross-checking going on there. Wolves going to take another penalty. Absolutely silly.
My.
Absolutely silly. Helmet went flying. There's punches being thrown. Linesman grabs one player and throws him down.
On top of them.
This is Campbell. He'll be gone.
Appeared to strike the crossbar. It didn't appear to strike the crossbar. It did. Now a chance in tight. Save Mather and Vanderlei. And he is absolutely hit in the chin and absolutely knocked to the back of his net. And Vanderlei very nearly injured. And now he's mixed up with Kobe Knowles. And Vanderlei is wanting to fight Kobe Knowles. Maybe we'll just move out a little bit so we can see everything that's going on. And Vanderlei took an elbow to the face on a West Shore Wolf player from what I saw. And Jack Westhaver has just had it. Now you don't want to fight here. You do not want to fight here because you take a 10-minute misconduct, you are out of the next game. And you
Final 5 seconds will tick. Eddie up the glass there. Phillips gonna try and get a shot on net here. It's an easy save for Vanderlei and crashing the net hard. I don't know who that was, but that's gonna cause some havoc. All these players, they're flying bodies. Elzinga, where did he come from? Phillips.
And Vanderlei's hurt. Oh,
Wolfrey's in there. Vanderlei, he's down hard. The DC's throwing shots at Strange. Two guys pounding on Wolfrey right now.
Whoa, someone help your teammate out.
Bernardo pushes down Wolfrey.
at Wolfrey's like, what am I supposed to do?
Opportunity unofficially, I've got it as their fourth tonight for the Predators. They're 0 for 3. Manafort chance there. It rolls in. The Predators have won. I love you, Dad. This one's for you. The Saturn Predators have won the 2024 VIJHL Championships.